Hey yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy Aceox, and I'm back. I'm back with another reaction. This time I'm going to react to Weird Spots in Ratchet and Clank by Pretzel. Never seen a Pretzel video. I randomly came across it the other day, and since it's about Ratchet and Clank and weird spots, I'm immediately hooked and thought, you know what, let's watch it. Let's experience whatever this is. So yeah, like I said, I haven't seen a Pretzel video before, so I don't know what to expect, but I'm sure it's gonna be good. And before we start, let me quickly tell you something. I don't know if it'll be noticeable or not, but a piece of my tooth chipped off and I got a dentist appointment on Friday, so yeah, shouldn't be an issue for too long, but I don't know if it'll affect how I talk or maybe move my mouth or something like that, because I'm not used to the sensation of having a chipped tooth, because it's chipped in a really weird way. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know in case, you know, something seems off. It's not cause I'm stupid, which I am, but no, cause exactly. You know what I mean now, right? Hell yeah. Yeah, that's it. So, before we start, like always, go into the video description, click the first link in the video description under the credits tab to get to the original video by Pretzel. Leave him a like, leave him a comment, tell them, cause I don't know what genre they are yet. Ratchet and Clank, more like Hatchet and Rank. Yeah. Tell them that, and obviously subscribe to them. Like I said, I'm sure it's gonna be a good video, so yeah, there's nothing to worry about. And if it isn't, then I don't care. I don't care. Subscribe to them either way, because support all these content creators that make videos about my favorite game series. Hell yeah. And if you don't, I'm gonna come. Alright, so I scrolled up, I zoomed out. Without further ado, here we go! VHS. Cool
There's
intro.
something about the worlds in Ratchet and Clank. Do you feel it?
Yes.
Hard to put into words, really. I don't think it's any one aspect.
It doesn't feel alive
The
for
level
some reason.
design, the environments, none of those really jump out to me as the one thing I particularly love. But they all come together to make it feel special.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to take a look at the first chunk of worlds in the game. We'll observe the scenery and vibes of each planet, and along the way,
I already saw that he made another video, so there's definitely going to be a part 2, as it seems like. But since it's pretty fresh, I'm gonna refrain from reacting to it and uploading it on my channel, the reaction, you know, just to make sure that he gets the views. This one, however, is a couple months old already, so yeah, I'm sure it's going to be fine. I just wanted to let you know, so if this video is good, I'm definitely gonna check out the second video in this, I don't know, series? Is it a series? Or maybe I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they're titled in a very similar way. At first I thought, oh no, he's doing a Zerk. But no, it's not exactly the same. I think he changed one word in the second video, so yeah. At least he changed a word, unlike Zerk. Zerk, my man, I'll always be on your ass for that. On your ass, with my ass, sitting on your butt cheeks, with my butt cheeks, squishing your butt cheeks. Yes.
we'll look at some special spots that really stick out to me.
Alright.
Welcome to Video Game World Tours.
Oh, okay. So it is a series he's doing. Okay, that's interesting.
Novalis is the first
I'm
main
excited.
stage of the game. It leaves a strong first impression. There's a lot going on. Ships flying by.
Hold on, why did... I mean, technically he could cover Veldin as the last planet, since it's the first and the last. But come on, man, the beginning section, Veldin section in the beginning is different from the last, the finale. I'm sad he skipped it, because I think Veldin is a perfect planet for introducing the series. It's, in my opinion, the best starting point, like, period. Good music, very easy and quite short, but still, a perfect introduction in my opinion. It's crazy, it's cool, it's nice. It's Ratchet's home planet, so don't disrespect it. But I guess we'll start with Novalis instead. That's fine by me too. I mean, that planet is not my favorite, but it's still one of the ones I like. Now that I think about it, I think there aren't really that many planets I don't don't like about in the original Ratchet Clank game. Maybe the planet on which Quark's HQ is located at. Not even that. No, I think I like them all. Okay, maybe a planet Iridia is not one of my favorites because I don't know. I find it annoying that the swing shot section is on such an early planet, even though you don't have the swing shot yet. And I forgot about that area. You know, exploring that area many times throughout all my playthroughs back in the day. And once I reached that planet, I don't remember the name of. You know, that one with the working robot, with the X robot and stuff like that, where you need the hacker tool. I always, you know, wondered like, where is it? Where do I get it? What the fuck did I miss? And then I realized, oh damn, it's on planet Iridia. Yeah, so planet Iridia, not my favorite, but I'm trying to think, but no, I think I like pretty much all the other planets a lot more, at least. But yeah, stop talking, AceoX. We're here for Planet Novalis, not for anything else yet. So shut up and keep going. Watch the video. Remember your mantra: small penis, big balls, and jizz. Hell yeah! Jizz is an important fucking ingredient to life. Quite literally.
Buildings on fire, robots attacking.
Yeah.
This is the furthest possible thing from peaceful. But it's kind of calming. The colors are great.
I mean, the music
you guys know me.
Also
I'm a
adds to
sucker
it, so.
for a classic green grass, blue sky combo.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a lot of unique vegetation. It's very lively.
Yeah. True.
Before we head down and explore that side of the stage, though, let's turn around and explore this path. If you haven't played this game before, just be ready. There's a lot of industrial areas. And I like the aesthetic they went for with this style.
It's
Things are
kind
really
of
oversized and cartoony.
Yeah,
Look at these
exactly. Yeah.
What do you think they do?
Huh.
Oh, up there is a ledge. I'll be honest.
Oh
I
yeah.
have no idea how to get up there.
Yeah, me neither. Back in the day, at least.
Spot. One of the later unlocks reveals those. So I knew I was supposed to get up there. I just didn't know how.
It's the same with the golden weapon spot on Gamlik base, I think it was. You can get up there by, you know, jumping the walls and stuff like that. But I did not know that. It took me a long time to realize that that's how you get to that. And this gold bolt location is pretty much the same. It was the first one I realized, damn. You know, when I looked up a guide on how to get all the gold bolts, I realized, damn, I never knew that. But now I know. It's in my arsenal, inside my arse.
Secrets really well, I have to say. Sometimes you won't see them at all, and other times you will see them, but you just don't know how to reach them. I only realized how to get up there while writing this. Genuinely.
Really?
I was about to leave the room when I did a wall jump and remembered that was a thing I could do. So
it's very underused. So
there's usually
I think no one can be blamed for forgetting about that.
But just because of the fact they're so hard to reach is usually enough to make them memorable to me.
Yeah.
Past a couple bigger rooms,
Same
we
for
reached
me.
the spot
I remember almost all of them.
There's a room with glass windows all around it. It's a nice change of pace from the claustrophobic metal rooms leading up to this.
Yeah.
And looking out, you get a great view of the rest of the stage. For some reason, I assumed this
never did
was
that.
facing away from the stage, that all that stuff was back that way. Not a big deal or anything, just a weird assumption on my part that was wrong. Well,
true. Hold on, he's on to something. Hold the phone. I never bothered looking outside because I thought it was on the exact opposite of the rest of the stage, because you know, you enter the area by turning around, so maybe that was where the assumption came from, that it probably looks over the exact opposite than what it does. But yeah, I thought so too. I did not know that actually, because like I said, I never looked out of the window for some reason in this area, and so I never realized until now that it overlooks the stage. That is weird indeed, but I'm sure it's probably just because, you know, you got turned around during the previous platforming sections in this area and didn't realize it. But still, yeah, I assumed the same thing as he did, and it's kind of shocking to me to realize now that it is not the case. Damn.
Say about assuming. Let's take the water slide down. Whee!
Yoo-hoo!
Jumping down. And let me kill all the bad guys.
I mean, you could have used the
for sure.
elevator, but okay.
There we go. Isn't that much better?
Nah, now it's empty.
Maybe I wasn't giving the art style enough credit in the intro. Look at those trees. They're fun.
Yeah.
And the cascading rocks along the wall here. They took an aesthetic we're all familiar with and put their own little twist on it. This feels uniquely Ratchet and Clank to me.
Yes!
What I want to show off
I agree.
is in the water. There's a strong current that pushes you down, so you can't swim upstream. But partway through the game, you get a hydro pack that lets you speed through water.
Yeah.
So let's see what's been hiding from us since the beginning of the game. This way obviously has something. Turns out it's a small little cave system.
Yeah, and another gold ball location, if I remember correctly.
I don't even know how to describe it. This looks
like a
you
hive.
fight a nasty, toxic boss or something.
Yeah.
But there's just some goo dudes chilling in here. Well, not anymore.
Which is
I killed them.
pretty cool, cause let me think. No, I think they're in the other area as well. But this area looks specifically very familiar, or a link to the planet Rilgar. Was that the planet on which Blackwater City was located on? It kind of looks like it's from that planet, but it's on planet Novalis. I always thought that this area kind of did not fit in well with planet Novalis in general. But I mean, it makes kind of sense if you can only access it way later, and I guess so that kind of makes sense, but still, it feels alien. I got a message, my bad. But yeah, it does not feel coherent, which is strange because the game is strangely very coherent with its planets, you know? The design and everything. And yeah, this one always stuck out to me. It's an area I don't really like. Yeah, I don't like the visibility, you know, everything being green and gas-like, and the enemies in there. And it's basically just an area where you can get another gold bolt. But yeah, I did not realize back then as a kid when I played it for the first time that you can even go there. I just thought, you know, oh, I can't go there. That's why the current is so strong. Ah, why am I having gold in my throat again? Alright, is the goo gone? Yeah, the goo is gone. It works. It works just fine. Sometimes. Not always, sometimes. But yeah, I never knew as a kid that you can go in there, because I don't know what my issue is, but I forget about stuff pretty quickly. Maybe I have dementia. No, but that was definitely the case for this one. When I got the hydro pack, I did not even manage to put 2 and 2 together. And I got another message, great. And yeah, I completely forgot about this area. And in Ratchet & Clank 2, there's another area where exactly the same thing happened. I did not know that that area is accessible with the boss fight on the Megacorp planet thing, you know, the first one though. Because you need the gravity boots? What was it called? You know, the magnetic boots, there we go. The magnetic shoes or whatever. And you get them later down the road. And at that point, I totally forgot about that. There was this area that looked like you can go there with the magnetic boots, whatever the fuck they're called. And I never managed to access this area until I played, I think the PlayStation 3 version was the first one, where you can collect trophies. And since you gotta collect all gold bolts and skill points and stuff like that, this area is mandatory, but in the overall game it's optional. And that's when I realized and explored and got to that area for the very first time, because as a kid I always forgot about this area, and I also forget about it quite regularly whenever I play through the games again, which I do quite a lot actually, because I like I said, it's one of my favorite series. But yeah, that's definitely a thing with me, and many areas in the Ratchet & Clank games I completely forgot about, that, you know, which you can only access later on once you have a specific gadget or something. And once I got it, I completely forgot about it and never visited those areas ever again. Yes.
This was their home. Then I showed up. Heading back outside, there's another stream for you.
You're a monster.
Where it leads isn't obvious at first, and it takes a while to go this way considering you're swimming upstream. I was excited to see what my effort would be.
There was nothing in there, right?
Maybe not a golden bolt, but I'd take like 24 crates. It's always fun to break those.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's nothing. Yeah.
Just a waterfall.
That's what I remember.
A platform to stand on. I kind of like this spot just for how much the level designers didn't care about it.
Yeah.
It like they genuinely
weird.
never thought you'd come this way. Not even a
Yeah.
couple bolts to find up here. It's almost like
It's
they
weird.
trolled you. I love it.
Yeah, it's really weird.
The next planet is Iridia.
Alright, yeah, okay. I like the music, but
As Novalis.
yeah.
An industrial area in the distance. Sludge all over. And sand beneath your feet.
The poo-poo
I consider
water.
myself a connoisseur of sand textures. I can really appreciate
Okay.
and savor a good one. This is pretty good. It has the right colors and just enough ripples to resonate with me.
It's okay, I guess.
Right here.
Yeah.
The first spot I want to look at is actually at one of the ends of the stage. So you go through this whole factory down here, climb up to reach Skid McMark's agent, and then come back later once you've beaten a hoverboard race.
And that's, once again, another area I completely forgot about. There is a gold bolt, if I remember correctly, where you have to use the magnetic boots as well to get up there. So there is a magnetic boot related gold bolt in this game. I completely forgot about it until now. It's not just the second game. No, even the third game. I think even the third game has one I completely forgot about and completely missed in most of my playthroughs. When you save L in the lab where he plays a video game, instead of activating the plant's defense system, there's also, I think, an area where you can get a platinum bolt or whatever they're called in that game by using the magnetic boots to walk across the surface of magnetic shit. English, not good, but I'm trying. Cut me some slack, bitch. All right, so I'm gonna take a quick break and we'll try to pause a lot less from here on out because I'm already 24 minutes in. Only 5 minutes in the video. Not good. I have to reel in my penis and stop yapping. But I'll take a quick break and I'll be back in a second. You wouldn't even realize that I was gone if I didn't tell you right now. So yeah, see you in a second. Alrighty, I'm back. See, you wouldn't even have known that I was gone if I hadn't told you. Let's continue.
Just off to the side, though, are these paths leading up. Using an item you get later in the game, the Magna boots.
That's what I was talking about.
Up onto the ledge above. Big ass spooky death ray. It even has a little internal space you can walk through.
Yeah, that was
When I
weird.
first came through here, there was a golden bolt and some boxes.
Yeah.
Now it's just empty.
I think it's so cool that they spent at least some time, you know, on those areas.
Lived in feels so empty once you destroy all the boxes and collect all the things. It
Yeah,
creates a
very
really
liminal.
lonely vibe. Some crates do respawn though, like the one circling the death ray.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't destroy this thing, which I don't mind. I kind of like basking in the green glow here.
Yeah, why do we want it destroyed, man?
I came back to
Just leave the cannon.
the item that reveals secret
Leave it
areas
be.
on the minimap. It showed that whole landmass is actually traversable. Which is funny, because I definitely tried to get over there my first time here. I remember sitting at this spot and trying to make a jump past the right side of the fence, but I fell down, so I gave up and just moved on. Turns out, you have a small grace period after jumping in the sludge where you can jump again. You can make it over.
That's, by the way, that's an area I never got to as a kid. I could not figure it out. And even still to this day, whenever I replay the game, I forget, you know, how you access that area. So it's always like I'm rediscovering it every single time I play through the game. Yeah, I don't like this area. I don't like it because I genuinely never ever had a good time figuring out how to get there. I usually ended up, you know, watching a walkthrough or a guide and stuff like that to get there. But yeah, it's one of the things that's burned into my mind, but not the way how to get there. Only that I was stuck on this many years ago, and still to this day I'm stuck on it every now and then until I remember how to get there. Yeah,
very easily if you do that. Kinda like the waterfall path we looked at in Novalis, this feels like a spot they didn't really expect you to spend a lot of time in. Well, there is a golden bolt to collect. There's no enemies or crates. You get in and out. But what about this thing? It's so cute.
Yeah, it's moving.
Huh. I thought it would pick me up. Well, you know what they say about assuming. Down this path are a couple of spooky spots.
I don't know what they say about it assuming.
The poo room. I'll let you guess why.
Yeah, the poo room. With the poo-poo water.
It's actually genuinely pretty spooky. Red is such an intimidating color, and there's so much of it here. It's been a while since I played it, but this reminded me of the end of Metal Gear Solid 4 with all the heat. Do you think Ratchet is...
I had a microwave room, right?
Kerwin is our next planet. This is a straight banger. I love the look of this stage. First of all, I love to see...
For some reason, this one really felt alive, you know, with so many moving parts and stuff, like with ships flying around and enemies everywhere and stuff like that. So compared to the other ones, this one, I think, is always a nice, refreshing feeling whenever I'm on this planet, because the planets before felt so abandoned, you know, so empty, but in a good way, you know, like a liminal way, not a shit designed way, but instead, you know, like purposeful. But this one always felt alive. It definitely is also one of my favorite planets, simply because it's such a refreshing change of pace at that point in the game. And the music is godlike, yeah.
Insomniac's take on a futuristic city.
And it has my favorite weapon, the blaster.
Zipping about, as well as all this beautiful architecture.
Yeah,
also,
I like the mossy stuff.
They build these buildings tall.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the first Spider-Man game on the GameCube, where you couldn't swing around on the city streets. What I wouldn't give to see the streets of Kerwin. My right leg. I need that. A sizable chunk of this stage is a training course.
What, your right leg?
Complete. Just off to the side of one of the islands, though, you might notice a stack of boxes.
God damn it, I just realized. I'm so slow. I think he said I'd give him a right leg or something like that to see the streets of Kerwin, but he needs his right leg. And I was like, what right leg? What? Huh? What? What is he talking about? What? I'm dumb. I mean, that's something new, but it's shocking every now and then for me to discover how dumb I actually am. But I have a small penis, meaning I'm superior than everyone else. I am the superior penis man. So shut up, you and your gigantic ass dick, your monster dick, fucking horse cock. I am better than you because I have a microscopic sized penis, but giant balls hanging all the way down to my ankles. You could only wish to have something so majestic, but you don't. You do not have it. You don't have it. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, but I am. Hell fucking yeah.
Breakable boxes. So that's a traversable area over there.
Yeah.
The only way I can think to reach it is by going high up and gliding over.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
Jump. Think I can make it?
Yes.
I feel like I always overestimate my jumping abilities in this game, so I genuinely don't know if I can.
I always underestimate mine.
Oh, thank God. And I want you to know, I had restraint here. I scout out spots in my videos before recording footage, so what you're seeing on screen right now is my second visit to this spot.
And he did not break the boxes.
Self-control to not destroy these boxes.
Yeah, it's just
satisfying. There were spots I wanted to show.
You just want to do it.
That included big chunks of boxes that are now empty because I couldn't contain myself. But I did here. I wanted to see just how satisfying it is to break all these and collect so many juicy bolts.
Do it.
Savor this.
Do it. Yeah. Yeah.
Whew, that felt good.
Oh yeah. That's some good shit. Yeah. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette now.
Doesn't seem right. Guess there's a bit of geometry that's not supposed to be here. I'll just,
okay.
Really shouldn't be in here. Okay, there we go.
That's strange. I did not know about that.
What are you talking about?
There's something similar I experienced back in the day in Jak 2. In the area where you go to the pumping station, there are these weird, strange treehouse-like buildings. And I managed to glitch into one of them by using a zoomer and then jumping at the right time and jumping onto one of these buildings. And I found this weird little crevice. And I remember as a kid, I liked it so much. I was like, hey, it's a secret base. I found a secret base. And since it was an interior, you know, simply because, you know, the outside walls weren't solid, you weren't supposed to be on there, but for some reason the ground inside the building was solid, and it just made it look and feel like actually like a secret hiding spot, a secret base. And yeah, I really like stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't know about the invisible thing in this game and in this level. So yeah, I might check it out myself and try to replicate what I just saw, because because, like I said, I really like it. And as a kid, I felt so proud of myself that I discovered something in Jak 2 that felt like no one knows except me. That's awesome. Yeah, I love stuff like that. I really love it.
On this ledge is a secret area that hides a golden bowl. I already collected it and destroyed the boxes.
No!
It's empty now.
Yeah.
There are a few boxes that respawn, but it's a fraction of the initial amount. It's just not the same as when it was loaded with them.
Yeah.
But it does have its own charm, being so barren and all.
Yeah.
I particularly like this little hallway, lampposts on both sides. It's quaint.
Yeah. So
Also,
it's
this
kind
area
of
with the trees. It's
chill.
cute too. The final spot I want to shout out for
a lot.
this stage is
I always knew that they put a lot of work into the level design and everything, and at least the original games. The new ones, I don't know, it just looks alien. While this one looks kind of, I don't know, unique. It's a very distinct art style and design and everything. But I never really consciously sat down and just looked at, the scenery and the actual design of these planets. So yeah, I'm finding a new appreciation for the game. I had subconsciously, but now I have it actively, consciously. Now I have it consciously. Yes, like a conscious in a consciousness. Yes, bars. That's me, Aceox the bars man, guys with a small penis. Yeah, we're back to that shit again.
the train platform towards the end. It's not even that special. I just dig its vibes.
Yeah.
I can't even explain why. No one thing really sticks out to me. It just feels...
It's big and empty,
Do you feel
but
like that
not
sometimes?
purposeless
Where
for
you'll
some
find
reason.
a spot and it'll really resonate with you, but you can't quite explain why.
Yeah.
I need to know if I'm crazy here. Let me know what you think.
No, no, you're not crazy. It's like the secret, my secret base on Jak 2.
It's very reminiscent of Novalis with all these trees and rocks. You'd almost be forgiven for thinking this is the same planet. I won't complain. I dig this vibe. I'm down for more of it.
Yeah, it's good.
Much to show off on this stage though.
It's not my favorite, but
While
it's
most of the stages
it's a
are
pretty
fun to
good
play through
planet.
in this game, a couple of them are lacking when it comes to super interesting spots. At least the type of spots I look for. I do like this section.
I like
partway
the,
through
yeah.
the forest path.
I like the
These
total
the trees remind
foresting vibe.
village
You know, the
from Return of the Jedi. It's a shame these guys aren't Ewoks. I'd have loved to beat them senseless. And the only other spots I have...
the planet, I don't know, it does not stand out to me that much. Even though it's still kind of unique, but I don't know, it's probably because we've already seen it in the previous planet, right? With all the greenery and stuff like that, and also on planet Novalis. So yeah, it's kind of already too much at this point. But I like the logging site type of vibes this gives off. I don't know why, but I like these foresting type areas in games for some reason. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know why. I have strange taste. I don't understand myself, but at least I know that I do. I do have these tastes. That's at least something, right? No? Not good enough? Alright, okay, my bad.
Some buildings partway through. What's the purpose of these? Like, okay, here's the whole building. You can see all of it from here. It's not like it's an entrance to an expansive compound or something.
I mean, it could be a storage area.
And walk right out.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Where's
There are a lot of
structure like this?
There are a lot of
It's just so
places
weird,
in these
right?
games.
Wait, you see that? There's some open geometry on that ledge right there. That's embarrassing. I hope someone got fired for that blunder.
Damn.
Nebula.
I did not know that.
Visiting a space station.
Interesting.
Like most stages, this one has a couple of paths for you to go down.
Yeah.
One of them sees you venturing outside as just
I don't know why I never look out of windows in these games. I don't know why, but I'm starting to realize that you can see the rest of the stage in these places. I never realized that. I'm having my mind blown right now. Even just now, you just saw the rest of the paths and stuff like that. That's in this level. That's what the hell? I mean, that once again goes to show that I don't look at stuff, and maybe that's why I don't remember stuff that well because I don't really look at it. I just passively absorb stuff. But yeah, that's damn, I did not know that. I did not know that, and I'm actually ashamed that I did not know that. Yes, but that's so cool. That's so cool seeing the rest of the stage. Why did I never realize? Why did I never see that? What is wrong with me, man? What? I'm genuinely mind blown that I did not ever look out the goddamn windows in these levels. What the hell? What is my problem, man? God damn it.
Clank. But if you come back after you get the O2 mask...
Yeah, you can go there as Ratchet. And if you realize how small everything is, yeah.
Very obviously designed for Clank.
Yeah.
Was this space actually used in-world by a smaller creature? Like, it makes sense for stuff to be too big
Good
when
question.
you're Clank, considering you're a tiny robot. But it's actually perfectly sized for him. It's too small for Ratchet. And he's relatively short compared to other beings in this universe. It seems like these ship seats would fit him though. But look at this walkway. There's no way a being his size should be expected to walk on this.
Yeah.
Someone needs to get in contact with OSHA. The next spot I want to show...
Now that I think about it, I think it also has some big enemies on this level, but there are these scientists, and they're kind of small little people or whatever. I don't know what the political correct term is nowadays. But yeah, I think maybe it's designed for them? I mean, that would make sense, right? They're half the size of Ratchet, so, you know, the size of Clank, kind of. So it, yeah, I'm onto something. You know, the guy you pay in this game to get the grind boots, that's the dude, I mean. Those are the scientists. You can see a bunch more in the infobots you're watching about this planet. So I guess there were a lot more on this space station originally. And if they are the main people that are here, then that, I guess it makes sense that it is designed in that way. But then again, why is everything else normal size? Oh, hold on, maybe this area was meant specifically for them. Maybe like a living area and stuff like that. There's ships and stuff, right? So maybe that was the main communal area or something like that. Could be. What I always liked about this area, going back there as Ratchet, is the fact that it looks like it has so much more detail, simply because it's, you know, everything is just smaller. But yeah, that makes it look dense and detailed compared to the rest of the areas, you know, the big, expansive but empty areas. Well, this one has so many details because it's not really meant for Ratchet. I mean, it is purposely designed so you can go back as Ratchet, but it's mainly designed for Clank, traversing through it as Clank. And you know, at that scale, it looks kind of like your typical Ratchet and Clank level. But if you go back there as Ratchet, it just looks so detailed because everything is so much more dense, so much more condensed. It's actually really cool. I don't like going through as Clank, but I definitely like revisiting this area as Ratchet. Yes, it's unique. And I'm just realizing maybe that's why I don't like the newer Ratchet and Clank games. It's also, of course, the baby. They went baby mode, you know, with the story and the themes, just so that babies can enjoy the stupid ass games. Well, this one is just, I don't know, it feels a lot more unique, you know, like they put a lot of effort and thought into these things, and I miss it, you know? There are like what, 10 planets in these games, and the new ones only have like 2 or 3, and they're not even that big to begin with. So it's I don't know, I feel like they put a lot more work and effort and thought into at least the first trilogy, maybe Deadlocked included, and Size Matters, yeah, and also maybe Tools of Destruction, but everything else from that point onward just feels, I don't know, lacking. Yeah,
this is one I can't visit right now. One of the objectives has you visiting a Blarg warship and setting off a self-destruction sequence. Once it explodes, you cannot revisit it, obviously.
Yeah.
True Predizens know these are my favorite spots. Ones that once you leave, you can never return.
Yeah, the one-time areas.
Itself isn't that meaningful. The exclusivity helps it stand out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you don't get to see it. Only I do. In my memories. The final spot in this stage is the boss room. I always love coming back and exploring boss rooms after the fact.
I don't. They feel too empty.
Guess it's not empty.
Oh.
That genuinely caught me off guard.
You can
so much
fight against it again?
Doesn't respawn on return visits. I definitely didn't expect a boss to come back.
Yeah.
Let me just... There we go. I dig this room. This game has such strong lighting. They aren't afraid to bathe
I don't like the
just
green
one color.
fart gas
I
rooms.
can't say for certain, because it's been a while since I played, but I bet the remake toned this down a lot. Okay, they just completely changed the boss. I forgot the remake was like that sometimes.
Yeah, I don't
Also,
like the
as I
remake.
was looking up that
Fuck the
footage,
remake.
I remembered that there was a Ratchet and Clank movie released around this time.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Should I watch it? I never watched it back in the day.
Don't.
Regardless.
It's shit.
Rilgar.
I'm gonna spare you another fucking 3-hour-long ranting session about the remake and the movie. I'll make it quick. Ass movie, ass remake. Fuck those two things. Fuck the movie and fuck the remake. I fucking hate it. I hate it like the pest. They fucking took the first Ratchet and Clank game, which was really well done, and they just made it baby shit. It's like, poo-poo caca brain. Boo 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 ga 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 ga. You know, shit like that. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck Insomniac Games for that shit. Don't fucking take the first game, which I hold so dear to my heart, near and dear to my heart, and fucking dumb it down like that. Take any of the other games except the third one. The third one is arguably my most favorite. You know, but I don't know. Take the second one. I don't care about that. Take Size Matters. I don't give a shit. Maybe even Deadlock, but don't fucking take the first and the third one and make it worse. Don't. Fuck you, Insomniac Games. I fucking hate you. I hate you. And that movie is ass. Fuck that movie. Fuck that. It's a stupid tie-in shit.
Rilgar? Ralgar?
Rilgar
is an awesome planet.
No, Rilgar.
The defining feature are the city areas you can visit. Like with Kerwin,
so cool.
I love seeing Insomniac's vision for cities in this universe.
Yeah, it's also very different from planet to planet.
Area, but there's no doors. Well, except for one that we've
True.
Outside of that, it's completely enclosed. I bet the remake has doors. Modern developers are obsessed with making sure worlds are thought out like that. And no, I'm not gonna look it up to check.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Level bad or anything.
So I can't speak on that.
Notice of that stuff sometimes. See what details kind of slip by if you're not paying attention as a player.
Yeah.
A bit later in the level is a part.
But I like to imagine, you know, since there are gadgets and stuff like that help you, you know, traverse the areas and stuff like that, and like the helipad and generally stuff like that. I think I always pictured it as being different than how it would be designed for humans. If they can fly around with jetpacks and shit like that, then they don't really need a normal front door on the ground, right? So I always pictured them, I don't know, entering through a window or something like that into the buildings. But yeah, that's something sometimes I wish I could experience, you know, like these worlds, but more designed and well thought out, you know. And that's, I already talked about it in a reaction of mine, but my wish is that I one day can get the license, for example, for Ratchet and Clank 1, and then make a walking simulator that allows you to walk through these planets and see them in today's graphical style and details, and you know, a lot of added stuff, and also like, you know, just seeing it fleshed out fully. That's what I want. Just explore these things, and yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, if I'd make a walking sim like that, I'd definitely design some interiors, and you know, just think about it. What would a normal apartment on this planet look like from the inside, right? I'm pretty sure you can already picture something, and that says a lot. That if the overall art style and design and everything from a PS2 game can inspire you that much, then yeah, it shows you it's top tier quality. And that's why I love the first 3 Ratchet and Clank games, because they put so much thought and details and just love into it, you know, to really make it feel unique. Every planet feels unique, and I guess it probably would cost a fortune to make that many unique assets for different short planets, but I don't know, come on, do it again, please. I'll suck your dick if you do. God damn it, I wish we were back in the PS2 games era of video games, simply because it was a lot easier for developers and designers and stuff like that to make assets. Nowadays it just takes so much time and work and money, and yeah, to make it detailed and look good and high poly count and stuff like that. And I get that, yeah, I mean, you can make one super detailed goddamn tree, or on the PS2 era games you could make 20 at the time span it took you to make one realistic looking tree nowadays and stuff like that. So yeah, I get it, but yeah, I missed that time specifically for that. They also that they could release games just within 1 year, like the Ratchet and Clank series and the Jack and Daxter series. They released them in just in 1 year after one was released. The first one came out, and the second one came out a year later, and the third one came out another year later. And nowadays it takes 20 years to get a new game in a series. But yeah, I miss the good old times when they could shit out actual high quality stuff in a really good pace. Meanwhile, if dev teams shit out stuff nowadays, it's just shit. Well, back then they shat out high quality shit. It was good. It was good time to be alive, and I miss it. I miss it. Fucking shit, man.
You can enter a hoverboard race. I love this spot. It's so charming. It's almost like a park you'd see in the
tranquil.
Sitting here and gazing out at the night sky would be peaceful, if not for all the warships zooming by.
Yeah.
Just through here is a little space that houses Captain Quark's trailer. You can't go in, unfortunately.
The trailer looks like it has a face. It's so weird.
Too small for him, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, he's bigger.
But Quark would have to at least duck his head down to enter this. That can't be comfortable. This is a nice space too.
True.
I'm always a fan of unusually empty spots. And still, no doors to these buildings. There's this, which almost looks like a door, but it reads to me as more of a window. Maybe instead
that's what I
doors to
picture.
access these buildings from outside, they're all connected on the interior. Like, there's one door somewhere that grants you access to labyrinthine hell that is the city interior of Ralgar. Just a theory.
Ralgar.
Theory? Perchancebly.
No, I think I like to think that they enter through different means.
The others. Rather than feeling like a living world you can explore, it's more like a linear combat gauntlet that you pass through.
I don't like this planet as much.
There's no branching paths like you'd usually find on these planets.
Yeah.
Really remember any interesting spots in this stage, but we'll go through it anyway. My memory isn't the best these days. Nah. Ooh, empty building. I genuinely can't remember if there was a weapon pickup in here or anything. Seems like there would have been. Or at least a bunch of crates.
Good question. No, I think there are
nothing in that area.
Is there a gold bowl?
That was an annoying section to get through, especially when you're low on health.
Yeah.
Ladder time.
Ooh, the fish tanks. Time for the fish tanks. Show us the shark fish things.
With darkness and silence through the night.
God damn it.
Nothing.
The fish.
Already at the boss room. Oh, thank God. The boss doesn't respawn. That's great. I'd hate to have to fight him again just to show this room off.
Yeah.
There isn't much to show.
That would not be fun, I imagine.
A large, peaceful boss room is always a sight to behold.
Yeah.
Aw, but you can't go through the door at the end.
Ah, damn it.
Tragic.
Yeah, that's where the good-looking ship is located at.
I just noticed something. If you're low on health, do the boost jump thing, and then reset the stick to neutral, you glide a bit. And you do have to reset to neutral. If you don't, you just start walking forward. But when you do release the stick, you glide. Do people know
I
that?
did not know that, no.
This glitch has been documented. And I'm not really sure if it increases your total movement speed throughout a level anyway, so I don't imagine it's useful.
And it's pretty cool. I never knew about that.
Again? Oh yeah, showing off planets. Let's visit planet Batalia. Another planet with some infrastructure.
I like the raininess and destroyed war scenario of this planet.
And there's absolutely nothing inside them, except these boxes. Are these really just built as box storage buildings? Or did they perhaps have another purpose in the past? While I was writing the script, I came across...
I don't know why, but it always felt like barracks to me. If they put a stretcher or something like that, or just a what is it called? Sleeping bag? Sleeping bag? Oh. Yeah, if they just put a thing to sleep on in there, then I think it would perfectly make sense. Kind of feels like the tents you imagine in a boot camp or something, right? Or a military station, you know, it feels kind of improvised, if that makes sense. And with the whole wartime vibes this planet planet gives off. It doesn't just give it off. It actually is designed in that way on purpose because they are at war. But yeah, I think it just works in that regard, the way I think about it, you know. But what stuck out to me on this planet has always been the grind rail section. Because I always wondered, like, aside from gameplay use for the player to traverse and stuff like that, how the fuck would it have been used by, I don't know, civilians on this planet before the war broke out? What was the point of this grind rail? But now that I said it out loud, I could picture that the backstory of this grind rail is that I don't know, maybe there was some area that was destroyed and they created these grind rails to transport stuff quickly with them or something. So I guess I answered my question. But yeah. But the part of the level he's going to show off in a second, I assume, is behind this goddamn very difficult lock. And once you unlock it, there's so many boxes. That's one of my favorite rooms because it feels so fucking good to destroy many boxes at the same time. It's good shit. It's so good.
I forgot to
watch this.
Trespasser. Behind the locked door, I found a couple of beautiful.
There we go. Yeah.
I thought I'd wait to destroy it until I was recording so we could all appreciate this together.
Hell yeah. Ah. Yeah.
Stuff.
That's the good stuff indeed.
Transforms into this jungle environment. After making some tricky jumps, you can collect a golden bolt. There would be one right here, but I already got it.
Yeah, obviously.
Gazing out at the northeastern sea. This path culminates in random building.
Yeah. See, it's designed in the same way. I feel like it's like, I don't know.
And this is explicitly described as a walled city. The mission menu declares it so. But does this look like much of a city to you?
Oh, it feels more like a fortress.
It's one of those scale theory things, where the world you physically see is only a representation of what actually exists in universe. Like, this actually is a city to Ratchet and everyone, but it seems like a small little outpost to us, the viewer. Probably not. That makes more sense for something like Ocarina of Time. I don't really buy it with this game. We have one more spot to visit.
Yeah, the turret.
I always throw the wrench when I get on platforms like this to see how long I can keep it flying.
I keep running against the...
Can't get enough of it.
Yeah, that's true. But I always walk in the direction the vehicle is driving or floating or flying or whatever you want to call it. And in the Metropolis level, if you enter one of these taxis, those flying taxis, you can actually speed up the way it flies quite a bit by running against the vehicle itself in the direction it's flying. I think on this one, I'm not sure, but one of these had no invisible walls while the vehicle was moving, and so you could technically run off by doing that while flying on them. But I think it was not, at least not this one in the video. I think that one has invisible walls while it is flying. Don't hold me to that. I don't know. I don't remember. But one of them did not have that. I don't know which game, if it was even in the first game at all or one of the other games. But yeah, one of them had them on some planet and one did not. English, logic, maths. Something. Using pi to find the radius of my penis. I don't know what I'm talking about all the fucking time today, but I'm very mind broken. So maybe the piece that chipped off of my teeth wasn't a part of my teeth, but a part of my brain. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm fucking dumb today. Could be. Or maybe I'm just always this dumb. And I'm just self-aware today. Way more than usual. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a goofy face.
Grinding section. It's kind of awkward at first, but
weird.
Get used to the controls. It reminds me of the old school minecart sections in Donkey Kong Country, only much more forgiving.
Yeah.
At the very end,
I see. I can see it.
Platform, completely separated from the outside.
That's so weird. How did that dude even get there?
100 feet? A couple hundred feet?
The guy that sells you the an infobot.
So isolated. Oh, over there is the stack of boxes that was next to the golden bolt. I think it's funny how they placed it so that it'd block most of it, but I bet the golden glow still poked out from the sides. They wanted you to notice it, but not make it too obvious. And that's that. The first half of levels in the game. Let me know if you want a part 2 where I explore the second half.
Hell yeah. I mean, there's already a part 2, but
About the later games.
yeah. Yes.
The playing game I played before this was the PS4 remake. I loved that.
Ugh.
I love this.
What?
Need more.
What? You like the remake? You like the remake? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, pretzel? No. Instant loss of respect. Instantly you managed to lose all my respect. How dare you? No, obviously you can like and dislike whatever you prefer, but nah, the remake, no. They butchered the first game. It hurts. I'll never forgive them for doing that. They could have picked any of the other games to remake, but no, they picked the first one and did not do it justice. Gameplay wise, it is alright, but story wise, no. How dare you, Insomnia Games? How fucking dare you? But yeah, no, play the second. It's not my favorite. It's the least favorite of the trilogy for me, in my opinion. So no, don't play the second. Play the third. That's the best one in my opinion. And it has a lot of cool areas, but it's different than the feeling you get in the areas in Ratchet & Clank 1. But yeah, it has some good stuff too. Yeah. Play that. Don't revisit the remake. You don't need to torture yourself through that. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Save your soul by not going back to the remake, or you're going to hell, motherfucker. But yeah, play those. I want to see you explore other stuff, the other games. Yes. Let's finish this video. It's just a couple seconds more, and then we'll yap a little bit and end the video. All right? Okay.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a water slide to get back to. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
I'll see you next time.
Whee! Yeah, it just sucks that the water slide is automatic. You know, you cannot move Ratchet around and stuff like that. It's on rails, unfortunately. I'd love to slide down the water slide and move him at least around, even if it makes no sense and has no point. I don't like on railed sections in anything. But yeah, there's also, as you can see, there's the second part. It's called Bizarre Spots in Ratchet & Clank. And Sonic R has the sauce. The world, I mean, the gameplay kind of sucks. Yeah, the gameplay, of course. Sonic R. I remember I got it for PC as a kid, and it was strangely unique, but very shit gameplay wise. But the design and everything of the worlds, you know, the levels and stuff like that, it's kind of cool, kind of unique, very different from the design stuff usually Sonic games have. You know, it was unique. So yeah, we might check out Sonic R has the sauce as well at some point. But yeah, there was weird spots in Ratchet & Clank. Very tranquil, chill vibes. I did not expect that. I thought he's just gonna show off some peculiar spots, but no, he's actually exploring these planets in this video, and I like that. Yeah. So I'll definitely check out the second part at some point, but like I said, it's still kind of new, so I'll wait 1 or 2 weeks, and then we'll react to it. And like I said, maybe we'll check out Sonic R as well. The video he made about that. I like it so far. So watch this. So maybe going down and then boom. I know it's in German, so you don't speak German. Fuck you. I subscribed to him. That's what I did. I also liked it before I started the video. So yeah, it's good. It's good shit. Alright, so I think I have nothing else to say. So let's wrap this up. This was a really good video. I really liked it. I enjoyed myself and my time watching this stuff and exploring and actively looking at the worlds and stuff like that in Ratchet & Clank 1. It felt good. Like I said, I'm shocked that I never looked out the windows in the Ratchet & Clank 1 game. I don't know why, but it's just shocking for me to find out that is the case. But yeah, before I end this video, like always, go into the video description, click the first link in the video description under the credits tab to get to the original video by Pretzel. Leave him a like, leave him a comment, tell him you wanna see a weird spot on me? How about my dick? Hell yeah! Aceox is back with a small penis. Yeah. Tell him that, and obviously subscribe to him. Like I said, this was really well done. I liked it. I had fun. I enjoyed myself. It was very chill and very cool. So if you liked it too, subscribe to him. Support the man and check out his videos and stuff. And in my comment section down below, tell me what you want me to react to next. Maybe another video by him, or maybe from someone else about something else, for something else, whatever, you name it. But try to make it specific by giving me a title or something like that, because if it's about a topic I'm unfamiliar with, I don't know what to look out for, right? I don't know what's good and what isn't. So yeah, help me out in that regard. Or I can pick out something myself, like I've been doing mostly on this channel, and so far I have a pretty good track record, even though I just pick stuff that looks or sounds interesting and just pray for the best. But so far, it works. It's been working. It's been working. Or I can do both, so no matter what you prefer, just let me know and I'm happy to oblige either way. Alright, this has been the Small Penis Man. Small Penis Man out. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Don't you feel it sometimes? You just want to run away. Everybody's supersonic racing. Gotta get your feet up off the ground. Cause when you're supersonic racing, you have no time to look around. Sonic R. It's ours, but R. Like a pirate, get it? Like arr. Shiver me timbers. Let me get a look at that booty, bitch. Bye.